Trueform here, back in the dark dimensions, back in this P-shit world, back in another video. Again, I'd like to apologize for not being able to post. Literally been unable to post anything, because every time I try to post, family's in the house, or I've been working, working a lot, being tired. Yesterday, good grief, I really needed that fucking sleep because I was so fucking tired. Anyway, now that I'm back, I have two videos in this one. This video is going to be very long to watch. I'm going to be talking about the workplace. I'm going to talk about my experience. I'm going to be going into more detail about the tragic backstory of Trueform when I went through probably one of the most darkest moments, throughout my whole career, throughout my life. And that was back in when I used to be a lifeguard. The day I tried to end it all, I tried to terminate myself. Now, I did talk about it a little bit in one of my old videos, but it's been so long, I haven't really got into a lot of detail in that video. I left a lot of blanks because, again, it was a very traumatizing thing to talk about during that time period. So I just cut to the chase and, spoke about my experience, but I didn't go into enough detail. But I'm going to go into a lot of detail in today's video. I'm going to talk about how it happened, how it built up to that, the betrayals, the lying, the manipulation, how women work, a blue pill man being a blue pill man that, converted to red pill, who, tried to change his life for the better, tried to do all the self-improvement techniques for women, and I ended up getting fucking chewed out for it. I ended up, getting fed to the vultures. So let's begin. So before I started my job, I was a 323 pounder. I was very out of shape. I was a blue pill normie. I was basically a man who was a fat, out of shape otaku. I was an anime weeb. I believed in gynocentric garbage like virginity. I believed in foolish things like, one day I'm going to find a woman that will love me, cherish me, be in my life, and all that bullshit. It's just garbage, right? I thought, I'd find my, the one and only. I'd eventually, move out, start my life, and, have a woman right beside me. And I thought having a woman was the answer to all my problems, when that wasn't true at all. I was brainwashed. I was gynocentric. I had the wrong mindset, the wrong belief system. I was believing in a false belief system, which was dangerous. It was actually counterintuitive, and it was ruining my life. I went through consistent spells of disappointment when it came to dealing with women, going on multiple dates with women and it not going anywhere. It ended up with me getting blocked, ended up with me getting my time wasted, especially during college. Went through a lot of issues in college, being stood up, having my time wasted, all those things, and I hated it. Then, moving forward now, when I dropped out of college because I couldn't do it anymore due to the bullying became excessive. I wasn't learning anything. I felt like it was a dead end. People are paying so much money just to go to these worthless courses when you can learn a lot more on YouTube for free. Like, that's how embarrassingly, criminal and just scummy, and like these college degrees and all that shit. A lot of the times it's just scams, man. You will do all that shit. Let's say you wanted to get into programming, gaming and software and all that shit, or arts and crafts. You wanted to be an artist. You wanted to, do commissions, sell your artwork, make a bit of money. You'll end up working in McDonald's. No difference. You'll waste your time doing all that headache shit just to go back just to work a fucking minimum wage job. It's pointless. But anyway, I talked about, the bullying that went on in college. Check that video out. I made that video years ago. Check it out. But anyway, dropped out of college, had no job, unemployed, and it was at that point where I had to get a job. Of course, I was blue-pilled, had the wrong type of thinking. I didn't have experience working in the workplace, and trust me, when you start working jobs, that's when the real life experience starts to kick in. That's when you truly understand how cruel people can really be. It is a really, isolated place. It's a very callous environment, and you truly realize that it's not high school, it's not secondary school, it's none of that shit. It's not middle school, kindergarten, it's not, oh, friendship is magic. You are dealing with, people who could potentially ruin your life. The whole phrase, your coworkers are not your friends. I wish I learnt that way before I started working, and you're going to see a lot of that throughout this video. Now, I was on neat books. I was earning money in terms of my autism. I wasn't on any benefits. I wasn't earning job seekers or anything like that, because I didn't want to be on the dole. I didn't want to be, siphoning on job seekers, because I've seen the experience of people being on job seekers. It's very depressing, and with my mom being on it for years on end, she's still on it. Universal credit, all that shit. It's just fuck that. The stress and the headache's not worth it. So I wanted to work, make my own money, try and do something with my life. Now, my sister offered me the job to work as a lifeguard because the position was up. Obviously, I jumped at it. I literally immediately jumped to it and said, yeah, I want to do it, because my job searching wasn't going very well. I was wasting months and months and months, getting nowhere. It was very difficult to get anywhere, no good jobs, nothing. But yeah, that's when, I didn't really have much money except for my money for autism. That stopped, of course, once I started working. I only wore just silly clothes like t-shirts, jogging bottoms, basic trainers. I had no, I didn't really wear good clothes. I had anime t-shirts, stuff like that. Nothing, no formal wear, nothing like that. So I had to borrow the money off my brother to get myself a suit, which was a waste of time, because, once I understood the type of environment I was working in, I didn't need any of that. I could have just rocked up in a fucking anime hoodie, with some basic casual clothing, and they still would have given me the job. So I ended up having to basically, because my mom was putting a lot of pressure on me for no reason. She could clearly see I'm trying to get this job. I'm trying to get my life together, all that shit. And she's just saying a lot of bad, negative, pessimistic comments to put me off. Even my brother had to step in and back me, because she was saying a lot of out-of-pocket comments like, oh, if you don't, pay back your brother for the suit that you bought, I'll disown you. You've only got one shot at this. And I'm just thinking to myself, what kind of parent says that type of shit to their kids? That's not how you encourage your kids to do better in life. Because my mom, obviously, her fucking parenting skills were, just all over the place, very imbalanced. So in fact, it created more, more torsions. It created more rifts, and it just created more volcanoes of hatred. That's basically what it was. It's not as crazy as it once was, but the scars never heal, man. Scars don't go away. Trauma never goes away. You just learn to live with it. But anyway, I got the job, and did my first shift. Now, I wasn't qualified to be a lifeguard just yet. because I had to do some training. I had to do at least a year's worth of lifeguard training classes. It was like a monthly thing that all lifeguards have to do. And eventually, I managed to get the license in the end, but that wasn't until obviously afterwards, because I had to basically, they just kept me on as just a basic cleaner, so I wasn't allowed to do any lifeguard stuff. I just basically was in the changing rooms, cleaning up stuff, cleaning up the mess, cleaning after, the customers, and that job truly sucks when you start to see how disgusting the place can really get, and the fact that they want to dump a lot of jobs on you. And during that time period, I was battling with a simp team leader who was trying his best to literally prove himself to a manager, because the manager during that time period was leaving, and the team leader wanted his position, so the team leader would do above and beyond things, all this brown nose business, just ass kissing, a lot of fucking ass kissing from him. And the funny part was, he did all of that just for the position to be given to someone else, because that's not how you get promoted. You can people get promoted biasly, people sleep their ways up, people give the gok 3000, they sleep their way up to the ranks, or just due to biases. If somebody, just due to personal feelings, you can be given a better position based off just your relationship with a person, and not necessarily the work, your work ethic, and how much you work at your job, how good are you, you're good at your job. But obviously he didn't, the team leader had no clue. So the team leader basically made my work experience difficult for the sake of him trying to get a position which he never got. But anyway, when I started working at the place, obviously got to know people, wasn't too familiar with the departments, because obviously they did give me my manager at the time did give me a tour, but of course the place was still a labyrinth to me. I met two females. They're very integral into the story. I'm going to say their names because I don't give a fuck. They're the most horrible piece of shit women I've ever worked with. I'm so glad that they got their just desserts. Now I personally, I don't believe in karma, but I'm just glad that some shit happened to them in the end, which left, a bittersweet taste in my mouth. And I'll reveal that near the end of the video. So we had the gym receptionist. Her name is Noreen. That's her real name. She's a Pakistani woman. She was in her mid-40s, and during that time period, I was out of shape, blue-pilled. I had no standards. I believed in, I accepted abuse, I accepted disrespect, I accepted all the fucking bullshit from society. I believed in all of the, when it comes to dealing with women, it's all about confidence, personality. You shouldn't be picky. You shouldn't punch, beyond your weight. You should just, shoot your shot at any woman. And that's when, I would go for anything, whether there were crackheads, whether there was, ugly, skinny, out of shape, big as how Lizzo type of women. And that's, that it was just something that didn't make sense to me, because even when I used to ask, the fat bitches out, they would reject me too. I remember going on a date with Grace. This was when I was in shape. I spoke about that in my self-improvement video. I got rejected. I got told no. She weren't interested. And it didn't make any sense to me. But, once I got the knowledge from the black pill, I understood the assignment. But anyway, Noreen, again, she was a drug addict. She smoked weed, did did cocaine, did all that shit, right? And she was a single parent mother. Her kid was taken away from her because of the fact that she did drugs, and that she no longer had custody of her son. And basically, Noreen was that type of woman who basically had an affinity for abusive men. So she dated a lot of abusive Pakistani men. And this is another thing that's underrated that people don't want to talk about. You see the Pakistani and the Muslim Pakistani men, the bad boys, the drug dealers, because a lot of them are drug dealers. A lot of them deal with, scams, drug dealing, killing people. They do a lot of horrible things to their women. You're already seeing how it is with the hijabs, and these women love it. These Pakistani women love the abuse. It's all the same as well, no matter where you go. Like, there's a typical theme with these Pakistani men. They love to drive, BMWs and Volkswagen Golfs and all those freaking, those thug style type of cars. And these women love them. And that's what Noreen would go for. Now, I got to know Noreen, and I also got to know a woman named Annika. Annika was my co-worker. She was a female lifeguard. It's hard to even call her a female lifeguard because she was one of the worst female lifeguards I ever worked with. She was completely incompetent. She clearly didn't know how to do her job correctly. She purposely was lazy, underachieving, didn't want to do much. All she wanted to do was just sit on poolside. There was politics going on with her and the other female lifeguards that she would work with. She wouldn't, clean up after herself, wouldn't clean the changing rooms properly. She'd just sit in the cubicles all day on her phone for a whole hour, come back on poolside for the full hour, because that's how it works on poolside when you're a lifeguard. It's hour intervals. So you do 1 hour on poolside, 1 hour in your changing rooms, clean that, or you go up in the gym and help out, or you clean the studios, and then you go back downstairs, and then you do the same thing over and over and over again until the shift's finished. You clean up after yourself, and then you go back in your changing rooms, you clean them, and then you fuck off home, clock out and go home. That's basically what the job entailed. And that's what Annika did. She just sat in the toilet cubicle on her phone and barely did any cleaning. Now, Annika's a disgusting human being because she defended a pedophile, and this pedophile was basically a customer that she had a crush on. She was attracted to him, and his name was Ben. He was a white dude, and he used to come on poolside, and he used to use the pool, he used to swim, or use the jacuzzi. Now, he ended up getting his membership revoked because there was an investigation that happened, because there were customers were complaining because that he was taking pictures during like the swimming lessons, because the parents would come with their kids, and they basically come to have their kids do swimming lessons. Ben was basically sneakily taking pictures of him, every time. He was pretending to go to his bag to quote unquote get his water bottle, but he was basically going there to take, candid pictures and all that shit. And due to the fact that it's a local area, he also got done for doing it on the bus, because he was on the bus when he also took pictures of kids on the bus. He took pictures of their legs, took pictures of, minors, all that shit, and he got publicly called out on the bus. And obviously, because it's a local area, people kind of know each other, so that went around, and then eventually he got his membership revoked, and he was allowed to come to the gym no more. And this plays a big integral role into the story, because Annika, this is a unique thing. Every time I'd come on poolside, Annika was always talking to a dude, every time. So when I would come on poolside, this bitch would tell me to come back. Oh, come back 10 minutes, 15 minutes later. And I'm like, what the fuck you're supposed to do? You're supposed to be cleaning your changing rooms. It's my turn on poolside. I need to do this hour. You playing that? I've done everything. I've cleaned my changing rooms. She goes, oh, just come back. I'm just sorting out a customer. But the truth is, because what she told me was that all these men who would approach her, they would, they'd exchange details, exchange numbers, because they'd, ask her out on a date, and she would reject them, or, reject them in secret. So she'd block them, flake, not turn up to the dates. And there was this really big dude that would always sit next to her. Dude was like really big, really fat, really big, bigger than me. And he was asking, Annika for her number. And he said, like, oh, we can arrange for you to come to the pub, we can order some food, order some pints, I'll pay and everything. And Annika told me the story where she didn't show up, and that he brought a box of chocolates, some cards, a card and a bit of money, and was going to basically treat her to some pub food and shit, and she didn't turn up. And then that day, when I was going to take her off poolside, he approached her very angrily and stuff. I didn't understand the situation until she told me. That's why she was saying, oh, come back later. So when I came back, she told me, she said, there's this creepy guy who always bothers me, and he asked me to go on a date with him and all that shit. And I ended up like blocking him. And he came up to me and he said that, oh, he brought gifts for me and stuff. And I goes, okay, I was, again, judging. I was like, why didn't you go on the date with him? Why didn't you just tell him no then, if you weren't interested? She goes, oh, but I was just, I was afraid. I was scared. Scared of what? What's he gonna do? Again, it's just bullshit. And then she's like, oh, well, I managed to wiggle my way out of it because I just lied and said that, oh, I didn't, I thought it was a different date we were supposed to go. Again, it's all mind games. These women know what they're doing. So she basically tricked him, used an easy lie, because what happened was, they arranged to go on a date on Monday. She didn't show up. He confronted her, said, oh, why didn't you come and see me on the Monday? She lied and said, oh, I thought you meant, the other Monday, next week Monday. And obviously, because these niggas are simps, they're dumb, they're gullible, hook, line, and sinker, he fell for it. So he pretty much fell for the trick, and Annika had to use her lies to get herself out of a situation. But of course, when those lies run out, or men are too smart to fall for it, that's when the women are in danger, and rightly so. But anyway, she used to always brag about Ben, talk about Ben, always brag about him, saying he's hot, he's fit, blah blah blah. And there was a time period, obviously, when he had got his membership revoked. She was trying to understand, hey, why is Ben not here anymore? And she asked me, have I seen Ben recently? I said, no. Did you not hear about what's happened to him? And Annika's like, oh, no, what's happened to him? I goes, he's got his membership revoked because he's a pedophile. And she's like, in shock, like, huh? He's a what? A pedophile? No, he's not a pedophile. No, he would never do something like that. No, I don't believe it. I goes, yeah, I told her the full story. What I just told you, taking pictures of kids, did it in public, did it in the bus, and got fucking embarrassed and, exposed in 4K. And she goes, well, he doesn't count. He doesn't count. He's too fit. He's too hot to do stuff like that. No, he doesn't count. And that's when I was just like, what the fuck? This bitch is disgusting. So right there and there, that confirmed my suspicions. And this is another thing. This is another thing to debunk women when they try to use gotchas on you men. When women, anytime women want to talk about statistics, talk about, oh, did you know that blah, blah, blah % of men do this crime, do that crime, do this, do that, they're grapists, they're criminals, it's easy. Just say to them, okay, who sleeps with those men? Who sleeps with them? And they have no rebuttal, because it doesn't fucking matter. These women want to sit here, make their shitty little Twitter accounts, calling themselves misogynist slayers and all that dumb shit. They will literally sit on Twitter, bashing men, talking a bunch of shit about men, saying, oh, we hate misogynistic men, but they will log off Twitter and sleep next to their pookie boyfriend, sleep next to their thug boyfriend, their criminal boyfriend, sleep next to their misogynistic boyfriend. They don't care. They literally defend rapists. They defend fucking, pedophiles, because they're so fine. Because, oh, he's hot, so it doesn't matter. That gives him a get out free jail, ticket. It's bullshit. These women are disgusting, bro. They sleep with these men. They sleep with them. So they want to sit here acting like they have a moral compass and they're high and mighty. It's all bullshit. Because guess who sleeps next to them? Guess who gives the criminal, cuddles, sex, all that shit? These bitches. So they need to shut the fuck up. Talking about some statistics, trying to prove some point. You bitches love these type of men. Dirty bitches. Anyway, getting off topic. So Annika, that's basically her in a nutshell. Very lazy. Now Annika was friends with Noreen, and this is also important because when I started speaking to Noreen, I got to know Noreen, spoke to her over time, as I was working my shifts, doing my job. I found out a lot about Noreen. We share each other's stories. We talk about personal things, and eventually, our conversations became sexual. We would exchange stories, talk about, ask each other sexual questions. Oh, do you spit swallow? What's your favorite position? Blah blah blah. What do you like to do? All that shit. And usually, now I'm gonna say this now, back then, as a blue pill man, me personally, I didn't know anything about, I knew no terminologies about, cold approaching, signals, choosing signals, all those things. I had no idea about that. Nothing. No clue. So I'm just again, literal normie. I'm going off gynocentric programming, what I was raised, what I saw on TV, all that shit. And I was just trying to put, two and two together. And I thought to myself, if a woman is speaking sexually to you, that's usually you try to apply common sense to the situation. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, this woman, she probably likes me. So I remember saying, hey, we should I went on a date with Noreen. I said, hey, we should get some food sometime. And she was like, oh, that's a great idea. And I said, oh, but where do you want to eat and stuff? And she goes, oh, you can come over my house and we can just, chill at my house and stuff. So I'd go to Noreen's house. We never did anything sexual. It was just ball busting shit on it. It was not ball busting. It was blue balls, basically. Because a lot of the conversations, whenever we talk, because we'd just literally sit in her house, watch a bunch of shitty TV. I would order some food, and we'd usually share it between us. Now, she would never pay. I would pay for the food, and we'd just talk about bullshit. And then my goal was to try and turn our conversations into sexual conversations, so I could go into that direction and ask her, hey, shoot my shot, see if I can, get a relationship and shit. So I tried my best, you know, whenever it came down to the situation, when I talked about personal things. I remember saying to her, you know, when we were talking about stuff like that, I was just saying like, hey, you know, you know, like I'd be like, oh, you know that thing you talked about when it came to doing this and that to you know, men and stuff, you know, like blowjobs and shit. Would you ever do that to me? I remember asking her that question, and she was like, oh, no, 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 Trueform, you're too young. No, maybe when you're older. And she started laughing. So I thought, you know what, I'll just, you know, hey, back off. It is what it is. You know, she said no, but she gave me, she still held out a thread of hope, because she said not yet. Because she didn't say, oh, you know, no, or don't want to do it. It was a, you know, not now, not yet sort of thing. So that, you know, creates the possibility of something could happen down the line. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Now, what this bitch was doing, right? You know, after we'd order food and shit, you know, during work, because I was a simp to Noreen. We order food at work. She'd never pay for it. I would buy it. You know, we'd share food, but I was always paying for it. And even when she offered, I was paying for it, foolishly enough, and all that shit. I'd bring in snacks, I'd bring in crisps, I'd bring in sweets for Noreen, and she'd gobble them up. Obviously halal, of course, because she's Muslim, even though she eats Haribos, which is haram. It has pig gelatin in, or whatever it is, you know, pig fat. Now, what this bitch was doing, right, she was telling certain co-workers about our conversations. So she was telling them all the personal shit that I told her in my life, and co-workers were finding out stuff. Noreen would also go to co-workers and tell them, oh, Trueform's got a crush on me, blah blah blah. He asked me for this, he asked me for that, sort of thing. And I had no clue, because it was very subtle. Now, fast forward when I did the self-improvement, lost all the weight, got in shape, Steph is cold, all that bullshit, right? Did all the training, lost a fuck ton of weight. Noreen would try to sabotage my weight loss, because she would always ask me, hey, Trueform, do you want to go order some food? And I always told her no. She would ask me almost every day, which was very odd. I said to her, no, I'm on a diet, I'm eating clean, you know, I've got my own meals in. But there was one day where, once I hit my record of 15 stone and I lost all the weight, you know, I wanted to celebrate with a cheat meal. And that cheat meal basically sealed my fate forever. So I approached Noreen, because Noreen was also, that's another thing, Noreen was also telling Annika my secrets as well, and other co-workers. I forgot to mention that. But I remember approaching Noreen. I said, hey Noreen, do you want to you know, I've hit my weight goal. And she was like, you know, give me fake congratulations, saying, oh, congratulations, Trueform, yeah, you look really good for it, you know, you're in shape, blah blah blah. I said, hey, you know, do you want to order some food? And she's like, yeah, you know, I'd love to you know, order some food. I said, yeah, you know, we can go halves on the payment and stuff. I said, hey, you know, we'll order some food today. So I ordered the food, ordered pizza again, but it was an awful day because it was a Saturday. It was probably one of the busiest Saturdays I've ever worked personally. And the pizza man was late. He came like 30 minutes late. But anyway, he brought the food. So when I came with the pizza box and the drinks and the snacks and the side orders, I brought it to Noreen and said, oh, hey, pizza's here finally. And she's like, oh my God, finally, I'm starving. You know, I've been waiting for ages for that fucking pizza. I said, yeah, no. Yeah, Noreen, that's, I just need like £8 off you. And she's like, oh, £8, huh? What do you mean £8? I said, yeah, the whole pizza, it came up to £20, but I all I want is just £8 off you. And she's like, huh? But you offered to but you offered to pay. I thought you was gonna pay. I goes, no, I'd clearly made it abundantly clear that we were gonna go halves on this. I asked you. And then she had a strop, and then she gave me the £8. But she ended up turning it into an argument, because she was like, wow, I can't believe you did that to me. Because because I felt a weird vibe from her, because she slammed it in my hand, the money. And I came back with plates, came back with food, came back with the rest of the condiments and stuff. And then she had a go at me on the desk, saying, oh, I can't believe you did that to me, Trueform. You always pay, so why is it a problem now? I'm like, huh, that's not fair. I'm like, huh? That's not fair on me. I always pay, but that doesn't mean I should be paying every time. I said to her, goes, look, that's why I said, hey, let's go halves to celebrate. But look at this shit. Look how you're behaving. And then we just had a back and forth arguing. I said, you know what? That customers started coming in on the desk as well, because I wanted to come and use the gym. I said, you know what? I want nothing to do with you. You can fuck off, blah, blah, blah. I said a bunch of cuss words to her, and I walked off. And she tried to chase me into my changing rooms, but I was too fast. So what this bitch did, because she didn't like the fact that she paid, because we both went halves on food, like we agreed. What she did was, she started rallying. So she went, told Annika, said, oh, Annika, could you we're going to build a case on Trueform to get him fired. And I want you to come into the office with me when the manager's here, next time. And I want you to give a little testimony, give like a witness statement and shit. And say this and that, because she started asking Annika, oh, has Trueform ever asked you, sexual questions? And Annika's like, no, because I've never had an attraction for her. Annika was one of the most disliked people next to Noreen in the fucking in the hotel, in the leisure department. She was awful. So that's how Noreen was plotting. She was asking her questions. Oh, has Trueform touched you? Has he done this? Has he done that? And Annika knew it was bullshit. She said no. And then Noreen was like, oh, well, it doesn't matter. We'll just make up some shit. Because they were trying to get me fired. So they spoke to management, spoke a bunch of bullshit. Noreen also went behind my back telling other people about our argument. So she told, the baristas, she told the restaurant team, told them all bullshit, right? Because she was close to them. And that's when I was getting the mistreatment from the baristas in the coffee shop in Starbucks. And I was getting abuse. Well, not abuse, but I was getting treated like shit by the restaurant, the bar staff. So when I got taken into the office by the manager, he was asking me questions, saying, oh, I like saying, I've been doing inappropriate stuff, saying that 2 women have come forward. I said, look, I know who that, wait, because I was confused. I said, wait, 2 women. I said, I know who one of them is, but I don't know who the other one you're talking about, because I didn't know that Annika was plotting against me. And I said to my manager, goes, look, whatever happened between me and Noreen, and she was a fucking piece of shit. I explained the story to her, said this and that. And then he said to me, look, well, whatever's happened between you and Noreen, I don't know the full details, but all I know is that Noreen has wrote in this, because he showed, he was telling me about the statements. He said that, oh, she's said that you've been, sexually harassing her, you've been asking her inappropriate questions. You've been asking, like, she was exaggerating some of the stuff I asked and saying, you know, you said you wanted to have sex with her. You wanted to have, you know, you wanted her to perform oral on you and all these things while you were on shift. I said, what? No, that's not what happened. And I felt so betrayed, because I'm like, what the fuck? That's, no. Because I knew what she did. She started weaponizing my conversations with her when I was on a date with her in her house. She's lying, basically trying to take a situation she never took offense to, and she's pretending to be offended in order to weaponize and try to ruin my reputation. And that's basically what happened. So I'm sitting here trying to plead my case to my manager, telling him, look, it's all lies. Me and Noreen went on dates. You know, whatever happened outside of work is our business. Noreen is trying to literally purposely plot against me because she doesn't like me anymore because of the argument we had. And when he told me about Annika, because he mentioned some other comments saying, yeah, there's been more, you know, news. There's been some information put forward from a witness. Annika, she said that you've been, you know, asking her for sex, all these things. I knew it was bullshit, because for those who know on my channel, I'm not into that shit. You know, I'm not a big fan of Fanny. Never have been. I'm just not that type of guy. I'm not really into that shit. You know, I prefer to do other things on a woman. That's how I knew the story was bullshit. And saying that, oh, you know, I was asking her for this, I was waiting outside for her and all that shit. I said, this is bullshit. I said, you know, you're more than welcome to check cameras. And I said to him, like, you know, I'm going to fucking get a lawyer. And I wasn't getting no lawyer because I was fucking broke as shit. But I said, you know, I said, look, I'm going to get lawyers involved. You know, if fucking, you know, if they want to take it far. Now, after the whole situation, you know, I spoke to my manager because I had a second meeting with him the next day. Because he was saying a bunch of bullshit. It's like he didn't believe me. He was saying like, oh, you know, my job is to protect the staff, blah, 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 all types of bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not protecting me. But in the second meeting, I said, look, you know, I want, you know, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get me fired. And I want, like, when I proved that they were lying, I said to my manager, I want Noreen and I want Annika fired. Because they've just tried to sabotage my career. You know, my job. They tried to cost me my job. Trying to create lies that never existed. So, anyway, the manager said, look, I'm going to have a chat with Noreen. I goes, why can't we have a chat together in here? Goes, look, no, because she feels unsafe. All that bullshit, you know how females are. Oh, she feels unsafe. Annika feels unsafe. I need to talk to him separately. Yeah, let's coddle for the fake victims. Let's protect the fucking perpetrators, right? So I'm like, this is bullshit. And the funny part was, you know, because I said to my manager, I was angry at him. I said, you're not backing me. My reputation is getting dragged through the mud. Nobody's backing me. And he was like, look, I understand you're angry, but I need to get to the bottom of this, you know, bottom of all this situation. But anyway, the funny part was when I had my final meeting. This was when Noreen, I actually did it with Noreen this time, because I didn't talk to her on shift. I avoided her like the plague, and painfully had to work with, you know, Annika. But Annika, again, you know how it is with women. Guilt was because I managed to make guilt start to seep through, because I said, oh, you know, Annika, I can't believe you, because Annika knew she was fucking bullshitting, because I approached her. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I approached her. I said, why are you lying for? Why are you trying to back up Noreen for? I said, you know, I'm going to get lawyers involved. And that's when, of course, she looked like she's seen a ghost. Annika would avoid me as well on poolside. She wouldn't sit next to me. She'd sit like in the corner, or as soon as she saw me coming on poolside, she'd get up and leave. But anyway, that's when I had the final meeting, Annika removed her statement. She retracted her statement because she knew what she said was bullshit. She was lying, right? She eventually spoke to me because she was saying, "Oh, I'm sorry about all the whole situation. I was manipulated, all that bullshit." They weren't manipulated. It was a sisterhood type of situation. You know, she was saying, "Oh, Noreen was trying to get me on her bandwagon. She was trying to get me to get you fired and all that stuff." Because she told me everything what happened in the end. Because obviously they were both plotted against me. Now in the final the final meeting, Noreen was mouthing off at me, lying, still trying to double down. She eventually said, "You know what? Forget it. I want nothing to do with this anymore. I'm going to retract my statement because, you know, she did this because she felt quote unquote disrespected, all because she felt disrespected when I was the one being disrespected, when I was literally being used in that situation to be a simp. You know, how does that make me feel? So you did all of this, drag my name through the mud, just to get back at me." So that happened. So my manager basically said, "You need to go and you know, be civil, work with these people." And I'm just like, so what's going to happen to Noreen? Because I was stressed, you know, sleepless nights, couldn't sleep, cortisol levels were high. I was stressed to oblivion. My workouts were shit, couldn't train as well as I used to, you know, because the fucking, you know, the stress was getting to me. My workouts were just awful. I said to my manager, goes, "Look, why aren't these people being penalized? I'm the victim. I'm being, you know, their reputation isn't ruined, mine is. People are treating me horrible at work." Because that's when I started to see that when I was working, whenever I go to Starbucks or the restaurant, they wouldn't serve me. They would hide behind their cups, hide in the kitchen, run away from me. A bitch named Chelsea did one evil thing to me where she opened up a tab in my name, and every time I'd order food, she'd accept the payment from me, but she'd place all the orders on a tab, which makes no sense when there's no reason for me to open a tab. I'm just trying to pay for my food straight up, you know, one and done. And eventually, you know, I got a letter saying that, "Oh, I have a tab open. I owe £60 when I don't, or that I never opened a tab." I had to go and dispute that. I went to the fucking restaurant, spoke to a dude, and said, "You know what? Why is my name being opened into a tab?" And I asked who fucking did that, and he told me, "Oh, that was Chelsea. She probably did it by mistake. I don't know, but yeah, Chelsea did it." I was so pissed off. That's why whenever I saw Chelsea on shift, she would always run into the back of the kitchen to avoid me, or she'd act busy. And don't get me started with the fucking baristas purposely fucking up my orders, purposely giving me the wrong fucking coffee, purposely not applying my discount. So I was paying full price, looking like a right dickhead, paying for fucking full price coffee, £6 for a fucking a latte, or on some bullshit, doing all just psychotic shit, evil shit. My reputation was down in the toilet, and that's when I started to become very suicidal. I don't care if fucking YouTube fucking flags this. I don't give a shit. But yes, I felt like terminating myself, because every time I'd come to work, I felt cheated. No, you know, the injustice was insane. How the fuck is this incompetent manager keeping these piece of shit people working here after they just tried to ruin my reputation and get me fired? I was at my breaking point. I was at my lowest. You know, I sat down, at home. I tried everything to, you know, remove the stress, because the stress wasn't going to go away. It actually ruined my sex life, knowing the fact that these staff members know about the sexual stuff I've been saying to Noreen, because Noreen had no respect for my privacy, no respect for the things that, we would talk about in our dates. Tried to monopolize on the situation, tried to capitalize, tried to make something out of nothing. She was never offended about the stuff I asked her. It makes no sense. She would ask me sexual things. Oh, but now she feels uncomfortable when I'd asked her. It's all bullshit, man. I went for a dark stage. I was trying to. I tried to become a Christian again. I tried to Christian Max. I tried Buddhism. I tried meditating. I tried forgiveness, and I just thought to myself, there was this feeling inside my gut, and I was just like, no, this is bullshit. This is wrong. I'm being cheated. What? Why am I doing all these things? Those motherfuckers aren't doing any of that. I was struggling to get to sleep. I had bad stress. Bad stress. I've got grey hairs growing out of my fucking, out of my beard. And, all those sleepless nights while those fucking bitches got to sleep in their cushy beds. Because those bitches don't care. And then eventually I came to my breaking point, because one day when I went to the restaurant because I wanted some food. And I wish I never went. I should have just ordered food from there, but obviously I should have just ordered food from elsewhere. But I wanted some cheap food. I didn't want to spend any more money on takeaway. I just wanted something simple. So I went to the restaurant, and of course the workers pretended to be busy, pretended to not notice my existence, like I was just a fly on a wall. And I stood there and went, excuse me, hello? And they literally wouldn't respond to me. And then that's when customers started coming in, started lining up behind me. And then the fucking team leader came out and said, for the bar, said to me, oh, hey, Trueform, you're gonna have to go to the back of the line. Policy, customers come first. So I was just like, this is bullshit. So I had enough. Left the restaurant and went outside, went to the main road, and that's when I did it. That's when I jumped in front of that car and ended up, flying off the fucking car bonnet, injuring my left arm. So that's when, I went for a dark time. I went back to the workplace, told the team leader was in shock, scared. He told the manager. I cussed the manager off on the phone, told him about himself, said that you failed me. That's what I told him. I said, you failed me. You didn't protect me. You protect these psychotic harpies. And then that's when, eventually Noreen got fired because she got caught stealing from the company. And Annika ended up leaving. She resigned and went to become a paramedic, and then she ended up quitting her job because she got bullied. Because I found that out from other co-workers, because co-workers were still close with her. The old administration in Starbucks left. Same thing with the bar. I'm so glad those people left, because they were evil. Fucking evil. And I went for a dark period in time. COVID happened. I went through a dark spiral of depression. I went through crazy spells. I spoke about that in my other video. Talked about that shit that I went through. And then, of course, I was still red-pilled. I was still gynocentric. I was still trying to look for a relationship. But during that time period, my sex life was ruined because, it was traumatic. I felt like I wasn't deserving of sex. I wasn't deserving of anything, because it felt like, there was this shame, that this embarrassment, this humiliation that would loom over me every time I tried to pleasure myself or do anything. The only form of escapism that I had during that time period was hentai. Hentai, even that was getting hard to jack off to, because the trauma, the pain, people knowing knowing of my secrets, it made it too painful to take practice in. But obviously with over time that subsided, and I managed to get back some of my self-esteem and some of my mojo. But of course it was never the same. My mental health was pretty much down the toilet during that time. I tried to get back into the gym, still, training away. And that's when that it was that one video that set me free. And if it wasn't for that video, I'd probably be dead. You probably won't see no Trueform. The Harpies would have won. All the manipulation, all the mind games I had to go through, all the shit, all the meetings I had to go through, had to go talking to the managers, trying to resolve things, trying to get them removed because they tried to fuck me over. And it was that one video from Base Pluto, and here I am now. So that's the story of how I tried to end it all. And I'm glad I wasn't successful, because they would have won. Those bitches would have had a happy ending. They would have had something to take home and laugh about. But no, now they're out of a job. God fuck knows what Annika's doing now. But it brought me, I felt the endorphins rush through my body when I found out that she was getting packed up and bullied at another workplace because she was a paramedic. She got bullied for trying to fit into a new social circle. And I'm so glad she got fucking bullied. I'm so glad. Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels to feel like nothing. Nobody's there to back you. Nobody's there to protect you. You're just surrounded by a pack of wolves, hungry wolves, ready to tear and rip at your flesh. Now you know how it feels to be in the darkest hour, sleepless nights, afraid to go back to work. But anyway, fuck those bitches. I hope they get their just desserts. And I honestly, if I was to hear that they were to get sent to the upper room, I'd honestly pop open a cold one and I'd celebrate, because fuck those bitches. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one. See you in part 2. I'm going to drop my video, talk about some other things. Trueform here. Back in the dark dimensions, back in this P-shirt world, back with another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic, but I want to address a few things. I have done a lot for the black pill community. I've done a lot for incels. I've tried to help men wake up and smell the coffee of freedom, to live free. I've done that in many ways. I've tried to help men get back on the right path, get right back, to enjoying life, doing things on their terms, and enjoying freedom. I've helped men release the evil clutches of society and these witches who continue to enslave men with bullshit rhetoric, with bullshit gynocentric nonsense, which all it does is encage men, enslave men, imprison men, hurt men, have men having suicidal thoughts, having men lose themselves and regress them and go back to a position of regression. And I'm tired of it. That's why I will continue to post, I will continue to fight, and I will call out any gynocentric blue pill niggas, especially these incels and some of these gynocentric men who go in the black pill community claiming to be black-pilled, but sticking on gynocentric values. I will tear that shit down with all my might. I'm sick of it. I've had incels in the past try to shame me, try to call me a plague to the black pill, when you are nothing more than projectors. You are the plague. You continue to sell these men hope. You continue to sell these men dreams, sell these men delusions. You continue to take these men to Delulu Street, Delulu Avenue, Delulu Land, Deluluville, and I'm taking these men out. I'm showing these men that they have already got the answers. I'm showing these men that it was staring at you from the very beginning, and that all these evil things that the world implants, forcing men to be servants to this gynocentric world, I have shown men that you have had the keys all along to remove the shackles, to finally live free. And I will continue to give my message out to men who want to wake up, who want to do something about it, who want to live their lives. I've exposed women, I've exposed simp men, I've exposed all these fucking gynocentric niggas, I've exposed society, I've exposed the toxic, poisonous shit that they try to pump out in order to continue to use men to forward their narcissistic agenda. I've also exposed these simps, these men these women panderers who pander to women, thinking that if they side with women, they're gonna get some pussy. And I have some bad news for you, mate. You're not gonna get any pussy. You are nothing more than an asexual pussy. You are nothing more than a mascot to these women when you try to do all that. You should respect your sisters. You should respect women. You are nothing more than a gynocentric mascot to these women at best. And if you try to ask them for sex, they will throw you in the bin. They will throw you under the bus. They will call you out, and they will disrespect you. They will say, "Oh, I thought you was with us, but you're no different than these misogynistic men. Oh, I don't look at you like that. You're like a brother to me." All these insults, all this emasculation, the disrespect, the diminishing comments, which are highly disrespectful, and yet this world teaches men to accept it, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of men being groomed, being brainwashed into accepting abuse, accepting disrespect, accepting nonsense from females and this world. No more. And as I was saying before, when women want to talk about taking the high ground, being good people, it's funny how women talk so valiantly. They want to take the moral high ground, talk so valiantly about females being raped. They want to talk about rapists. They want to complain about murderers. They want to complain about pedophiles, misogynistic men. But it's so funny because these are the same fucking bitches who want to go on a crusade, going on a man-hating spree. These are the same women that sleep next to these niggas. You got women, even as I speak, sleeping next to Pookie like he's a fucking plush toy. Sleeping next to murderers, sleeping next to misogynists, sleeping next to rapists, sleeping next to fucking child predators. And I'm going to also talk about, more of that as I go throughout this video, because there's more points I want to address in this video. If you guys have not seen it, please check out the other video that I posted. I go into actual more detail, because I talk about, how I got, falsely accused. I got, falsely accused of harassment and all that shit at my workplace. I also talk about a woman named Annika. She was a disgusting individual. She tried to make an exception for a guy who was taking pictures of children in a fucking swimming pool. These children were probably no more up to the ages of 5, 6, maybe even 7. Vulnerable children. But yet these women are so fucking solipsistic. They don't give a fuck about the innocents. All they care about is themselves and their goals. And the only times morals only matter when it needs to benefit them, when they're in a setting that they need to, again, change the outcome so it works in their favor. And it's disgusting, absolutely fucking disgusting. They should be ashamed of themselves, and that bitch also. Now I'm going to finally address this point: why women are not achievements. Women are not fucking, they're not trophies, they're not achievements you get from beating a boss, playing on your Xbox 360 and your PlayStation 3. They're none of those things. Give me a sec. Thirsty. But back to what I was saying. They're not achievements, they're not goals. Men need to stop treating these bitches like they're fucking grand achievements because you get in a relationship. They are scams. You will lose everything. You will lose your mind. You will lose your sanity. You will lose your money. Women get very expensive in those situations. That's why I tell men, bro, you can literally enjoy a great experience with an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10 for far cheaper than what these fucking bitches are fucking giving you out in relationships. In fact, I'm so glad that relationships are so hard to get, because that's a message. That sends a message to men. You need to stay away. Stay away, I promise you. You do not want to go in those territories. It is dangerous. Now, men who continue to chase after women get constant rejection, get nowhere in life. These men end up becoming incels. You will end up being an incel if you participate in these foolish things, because you will constantly see that dark side of females. You'll see the end of the dark side of their rejection when they tell you no. Women, there's some women out there, because I keep telling men, stop pursuing these women. Some women will, because like I said, women are the biggest attention seekers. And when it comes to taking these bitches on dates, these women, when you don't do things their way, for example, I'm going to try and find this. I have to try and look on my Twitter. And no, you can't have my Twitter handle. I use my Twitter for research. I use it to find stuff, and I use it as like a document. I have everything bookmarked. That's why when I show you receipts, they're bookmarked for a reason. But anyway, there was this woman who went on a date with this guy, and because the guy basically started sussing out that this woman was just trying to get free drinks. She wasn't trying to, make something special with him. He bounced, right? And because he bounced, this bitch thought she'd take it upon herself. I think it was a friend that did this, but one of them did it. They took it upon themselves to get this dude's profile picture, go on Twitter, and post a massive self-entitled fucking twit-long, complaining about this man, shaming him for not spending money on her, buying her drinks, vilifying this man, treating this man like he did something egregious, like he just committed a big massive crime, like he's a murderer or a rapist. And that bitch got cooked in the comment section, and she got exposed, because it goes to show, because all she did was reveal that she's nothing more than a 2-bit whore, a broke bitch that's crying about a man not spending money on her. And I'm telling you, it can get to those levels. These women are crazy. There's women that record men trying to shoot their shot, and these women shit on them. And then guess what? Now that we know how Twitter works and TikTok and all those fucking sites, you better pray the algorithm doesn't kick up, because if the algorithm kicks up, a video that has only a couple views on it and a couple likes, that turns into thousands and millions of views. And of course, it's evil. It's obviously, it's evil because obviously it ruins your reputation. It's painted you in a different light, and now everyone just thinks that you're just this loser, creepy incel who was trying to press upon this woman. That shit will keep you depressed. Does this sound like progression, men? Does this sound like you're doing something, you're getting shit done? Does this sound like you're working on your hobbies, working on your craft, trying to make more money, trying to improve your lifestyle? No. And this is another point, back to what I was saying. Let's say you get into a relationship and you get married. Whenever your wife or girlfriend finds out that you're trying to fucking do something with your life, she finds out that you're trying to, get in the gym, getting a new job opportunity, or she finds out that you're, just trying to make some changes in your life, guess what? We all know how women are hyper competitive. They're crazy delusional. She doesn't see this as, oh, I'm happy for my husband. I'm happy for his achievements and I will support him in every way, shape or form. No, she becomes selfish. She becomes bitter. She becomes envious. She feels like she's being left behind. Just delusional think, right? So what she will try and do is sabotage you. So let's say you're trying to get into the gym. Guess what? She tries to grab you. She tries to stop you from going. Oh, come, baby. No, come on. Don't go to gym today. Come on, let's watch a movie. Let's watch a movie, baby. And then let's say no. And then obviously, you, as the man, you'd be like, oh, no, come on, babe. I gotta go gym today. She's like, no, come on, let's watch a movie. Let's put some popcorn on. And of course, you let it slide the first time, right? And then let's say you go in gym again. You take the day off. You got nothing done. You got fat. She's purposely trying to feed you more food. She's starting to do things that are just evil. It's premeditated, right? And let's say you try to go gym again, and she goes, oh no, come on, babe, stay with me. You don't need to go gym. Look, you're cute. You're cute. And the truth is, you're getting fat, and you're getting to a point where you don't feel comfortable with yourself. And you get to a point where you're like, no, come on, babe. Come on. No, I have to go gym. And guess what happens? Because you didn't put her over, because you fought back, you stood on business, and you told her no, guess what? Now it's manipulation time. Now she starts getting angry at you. She starts blaming you. She's like, oh, so you in that damn gym. Is that all you care about? Now the gaslighting commences. Oh, so you care about the gym more than me? So is that more important than me? Now look at that. That's regressive. You're not progressing. You're not getting shit done at the gym. This same example can be applied with working. Now that she's done that to you, now she's gaslit you. Now this is a form of abuse. Now you're in that situation where you are conflicted. And let's say you try to meet her demands. You're like, I'm sorry, babe. I'll stay home. Guess what she does? Instead of you let her win. Now guess what she does? No, forget it. Go gym. No, go gym. See, it's more important than me. Go to the gym. No, I don't want to speak to you right now. Go to the gym. So you see the manipulation? Because she got her way, and even though she got her way, because she's a narcissistic, crazy bitch, instead of because you caved into her demands and you thought, you know what, no, I'll stay behind and watch the movie. Now she don't want to watch the movie with you no more. So what was the whole point of her again arguing with you, trying to refute you? So now you got nothing out of return. Now you go into the gym. You can't even go to the gym in a good mood. Now you're going to the gym depressed. Now your workout's all fucked up. You don't spend long in the gym because you've got her on your mind. Or you don't even go gym at all. Does that sound like progression to you, mate? Does that sound like you're going somewhere in life? Now she's stumped you. You can't even get a good workout in because she's planted seeds in your head. That's all evil manipulation, bro. It's the same thing with working your job. Let's say you got a good job opportunity. It may require you to work some more hours in the office or work more hours, at home on your computer. The same shit applies. Now she's putting you in a situation. It's a literal conundrum, and it's sick. And guess what? We've seen it with marriage. We've seen it with all these situations where she leaves you anyway, even when you entertain her demands, she leaves you anyway. And guess what? She takes everything away from you, because women are parasites. They're not builders. They're destroyers. I've mentioned this many times. All they care about is taking shit from you. They don't manifest anything. For example, the biggest example is with the whole Trump versus Kamala Harris fucking shit. You think Kamala Harris got any of her achievements through hard work and dedication and studying? No. She dropped her drawers to get to where she was. She had to shake that thing. She had to sit on some old nigger's cock in order to get to where she was. And we see this. Women, the only thing that women are good at is sex and manipulation. The only thing that they're good at, and it's true. That's their basic boring bread and butter combo is sexuality and saying a bunch of nothing. And we saw it at Kamala's rally. Who was there to represent? Megan Thee Stallion. All these fucking 304s. Megan Thee Stallion on stage, twerking that thing, shaking that ass. Does that look like progressive shit to you? Women are time wasters. They will waste your time. That's what women do. They just waste time because they don't take life seriously. That's why they're in so much debt. That's why they end up regretting their life choices when it's too late for them, right? Everything goes down the toilet when it comes with these women. So we've seen this throughout history. It's just blatant cognitive dissonance at the end of the day. And that's all women want to do, is just waste time, do all this stupid shit. That's why I'm saying, like, bro, these going on dates is a waste of time. Who wants to waste their social life sitting around with a bunch of women hanging out? You don't have time to do that. Hanging out and doing what? Talking about just nothing. You're not getting your dick sucked. You're not getting some pussy on your face, some ass on your face. You're not sucking on some delicious toes. You're just sitting there talking about nothing, making no moves. Your money's not going up. You're not working out on anything. You're not enjoying your hobbies. No. All these women do is just encroach. And these women are not here to give you peace. They don't give you peace. It's the opposite. They ruin your peace. That's their goal. They derive pleasure from doing evil things and getting a reaction out of you. For example, we've seen it when they delete their boyfriend's their save file, or or again, whenever you try to do something, whether it's hobbies, whether you try to pick up something new, instead of being supportive, they try to ruin it and make it about them. There could be a literal, bro, you could have a charity, right? And the charity is about representing poor children in Africa. And the whole point, the main premise is to promote, helping others, helping poor children, starving children in Africa, donating money and all this shit so they can get supplies, right? And a woman can make it, we could talk about that, and let's say a woman is involved, a woman will make it her greatest mission to remove that narrative and make it about herself. And we've seen this before when I did my video exposing Brett Cooper. She turned a situation that was about talking about men's issues, men's problems, what men go through, why are men so, why are men so defeated? Why do men feel so, want to self-delete? Why are men so, just they lack ambition? Why this? Why that? And the main premise was about men, right? And it's so funny how the whole point of that topic turned about women. They made it about themselves. She made it about herself. Oh, but women? But what about us women? What about for what women? Last time I checked, the whole premise and the main, target was to understand why men are going through having such a bad time. I don't remember reading it saying what women are going through, because that's not the topic. This is what I'm saying. They're selfish, solipsism in its truest form. They only care about themselves. These women are down low, dirty bitches, and they should be treated as such. And we see it many times. That's why I don't trust women who talk about morals, because women have no morals. They have no morals when it comes to attractive men, because they will make exceptions. Disgusting, dirty exceptions. Children have lost their lives to evil people, but yet these women will still endorse them, still represent them, still do all these fucking things, while the innocent rot in their graves. No justice. And this is why I'm saying to you men, live free. Nobody can tell you about your hobbies. Oh, you spend too much time on the game. Nobody will look at that shit. Look at the difference. You're getting a headache. You're walking on eggshells, trying to enjoy your life, in comparison to living free, paying for these women, because that's all they are. They're just a commodity. They're just for fun, and that's it. Why is this world trying to complicate shit? It's that simple. The Romans didn't complicate shit. That's all it was. That's all women were. They were just for a fun time. And you pay these bitches and you get them out of your sight, and that's it. After you've had your fun. But no, society wants you to take these bitches seriously. They want you to listen to these women, listen to their garbage, their drivel, their wishy-washy, their fickle nature, their fickle mind. They can never fully commit to what they say. They're always changing their stance. They freestyle their stances. That's why when you ask a woman, oh, what's your opinion on this? And then when you ask her the same question on her current opinion, within a couple weeks or even a few days, they've already changed their stance. It's just temperamental nonsense. And nobody should be taking these bitches seriously. But like I said before, I'm here to help men. Bro, you can literally have a great experience with a hot woman for far cheaper than what these men are having to experience. These men work for free. Married men work for free. Relationships, they get expensive. These women want you to keep taking them out places. You have to battle for affection. You have to battle for some sex. You have to battle just to get some form of just to get your needs done. No man should have to do that, bro. Like this relationship shit. No man should have to battle to get their dick sucked, to suck on some toes, to eat some ass, to fuck that bitch, to bust a nut. No one should. It's the same thing with other priorities. No man should have to. We're not having to fight for food. We're not having to fight for water. We're not having to fight just to go to sleep. We go to sleep. It's the same thing with food. We pay for food. We pay for a lot of things, bro. Money runs everything, bro. Money, nothing moves but the money. Everything requires finances, and it doesn't matter how you slice it. Anyway, it's the same thing with the girlfriend experience, because this is another thing I want to mention. This is what also opened my eyes to how fake women are, because when I had a few escort sessions back then, when I started getting into it more, I had this escort session, and this one woman who was giving me girlfriend experience, rubbing my hair, clinging on to me. It literally reminded me of my ex-girlfriend. And I thought to myself, bro, and I'm paying for this, and it's cheap, no headaches involved. And I just thought, I had a bad, nasty flashback, because it reminded me of my ex-girlfriend, who would give me a girlfriend experience, right? Because she was my girlfriend during that time, but it was all fake. And I just thought about, okay, how much headache, how many times I had to fucking battle my ex-girlfriend Lauren just to get a hug, just to get a kiss on the cheek, just to do anything. It was so strenuous, such a headache, and it was just time consuming, because that's all it is. It's just a bunch of nonsense. You're made to play a bunch of mini games just to get your achievement, and this supposed, this gratification, I should say. And even when you get it, it's so half-assed. Just to enjoy 10, 15 minutes, and you're going through hell. And this is another thing I wanted to fucking say as well. It's the same thing. Hang on. It's the same thing with these dumb incels. When it comes to men dealing with women, you have these men are so fucking desperate for female approval. Whenever they're around women, these men start to act up. They start to, simp mode activates. These men will happily bury their strong, their friendship of 10, 15 years, or for some bitch in front, because that's what these men do whenever they're around their friends and a hot woman approaches them or some shit. These men will bury their friendships of 10, 15 years just for female validation. And the worst part about this, the woman doesn't even want you. It's not even giving you choosing signals. This is how fucking pathetic a lot of these simps are, bro. These beta male simps will happily make fun of their friends, thinking that it's gonna score them some pussy. Pathetic shit. Weak ass shit. So now you've lost a good friend who backed you for many years, just for a bitch you've known for about 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. This is unacceptable. Those men need to be fucking studied, man. They need to be studied, because that's some pathetic behavior. You've got men out here who will literally, they will ruin friendships. They will even kill other men just for another bitch who's fucking, who goes on a fucking spree, fucking other dudes, because these men think that they're the chosen one. You need to stop that. That's another gynocentric disease, thinking that you're the one, you're the chosen one. No. You are just another number in last place. You're just another number, another form of sequences in her fucking gallery. That's all you are. You're just another piece, another item in her gallery, in her little fucking ballroom. Because women don't want one and onlys. They want men to do everything, bro. And this world see, this is how they enslave you, men. They enslave men into thinking about, into following just made up rules, just fictional rules, like having only one woman in your life, You shouldn't, no cheating on women, having only one woman in your life, be faithful. And where does it get you? Absolutely nothing. These women, they're not following the rules. These women are out here, again, seeing other dudes, doing their thing. Do you think they feel it? Do you think they feel affected? They have no guilty conscience. They don't give a fuck. All they care about is themselves. Why should a man delegate himself to one bitch? That's some simp ass shit. Because these women aren't doing it. Bro, look. This is another thing I'm also going to be debunking as well. The whole concept of virgin women, bro. Listen, let's say, hypothetically speaking, you get with a virgin woman. That is not a veil of protection. It's not a membership. It's not a guarantee. It's not going to protect you. It's not a barrier. It's not a shield. It's not going to protect you from being cheated on. It's not going to protect you from her leaving you. It's just dumb. And like I said before, all these women that you call that you call fucking sluts, hoes, and all these fucking things, they were all virgins at one point in their lives. They were all virgins at one point. Look what happened. What's on the market, again, like I said before, this world is just one. We're all sharing one big orgy, bro. You will not find some brand new piece. The only way you'll find a virgin is if you decide to be a pedophile. And I don't condone any of that, because they already lose that shit. All it is, bro, again, these women want to come out of their box. They don't care about the value of anything. All they care about is themselves and sex. That's the only thing that they're good at. I've seen it multiple times, bro. Look at these female rappers. That's another point I wanted to talk about. Look at their lyrics. It's all sexual. But yet they want to call men, we're porn addicts. It's only men that think like that. It's only men that want that. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your goofy ass up. Look at bro. Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all these other fucking women, bro. You know, fucking Sexy Red. It's just sexual. Even, bro, Beyonce, Shakira, Rihanna, they all include sexualism in their fucking lyrics. But hey, man, it's only men. It's only us. It's only men that are fucking thinking about sex. Man, get that shit out of my face. That's all these bitches know and they're good at. But anyway, I'll continue to spread the message for men. I'll continue to help men and open their eyes. The men that don't want to fucking do anything about their situation and want to continue with cognitive dissonance, especially this comment I want to address real quick before I go. This incel channel, though this incel profile contradicts himself, applies cognitive dissonance. How are you going to talk about meaningful relationships in the same sentence as saying that women saying that women hate men? Bro, it doesn't matter how you apply the situation, whether it's marriage, relationships, or dating, or seeing escorts. A woman's opinion has no bearing on my life. I don't give a fuck what women think. Women can hate me as much as they want, but they'll still do business with me. Isn't that funny? It's a business transaction, nothing more, nothing less. You sentimental, pussified niggas. That's why you niggas are fucking depressed. That's why you niggas are on some fucking backwards, contradictory, lame-ass shit. Blue pill, gynocentric niggas. How the fuck are you talking about meaningful anything with women? And by the way, seen escorts, it's saying that having sex with women, with escorts, is meaningless, is fucking dumb. It is very meaningful because you get to enjoy the experience. The only time having sex with women is meaningless is if the bitch is hideous and unattractive and your dick can't get up. That's when it's meaningless, because you're not getting any pleasure from it. You think these men are just going to see these women mindlessly to just see them? No, because they want to have an experience. They want to enjoy themselves. It's the same thing with all our addictions in life, because the world is just one big addiction. For example, when it comes to drinking alcohol, you think we just drink alcohol senselessly? No, unless you get addicted. And even when you get addicted, bro, like I said, it's always that enjoyment. The sound of a can of Carlin, a can of Strongbow, a can of Budweiser gets the endorphins kicking. The taste, being able to enjoy the taste of your drink. It's the same thing with food. Food is also an addiction too. The sound of a burger wrapper opening gets the teats, gets the juices flowing. Or due to people who again smoke weed, the sound of a weed bag opening, the smell, the euphoria. It's the same thing when it comes to when it comes to seeing an escort, seeing her fine, sexy body. The smell, the miasma gets the juices flowing. Talk about some meaningless shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut your regressive ass up, pussified nigga. I blocked these niggas. The only reason I haven't blocked this dude is because I need receipts and I keep getting them off him. Talk about it's mean. Bro, if you claim to be black-pilled, claim to be an incel, and you know everything about how women are, how the fuck do you come to a cognitive dissonant conclusion to go right back to it, to go right back to being in a relationship, marriage, and all these fucking dead ends and all these scams that will ultimately lead you to progressing to an early grave? That's the only progression you'll get with dealing with these women on those levels, is an early fucking grave. You're shaving years off your fucking existence. So yes, that's literally what's going to happen to you men if you try to treat women like their achievements, like you'll get anywhere in life with getting a woman. Trust me, the only thing you'll be getting in is an early grave. You'll be getting inside a coffin. Because I'm telling you now, these women are hyper competitive. They don't care about you. They only care about themselves. Instead of seeing a good situation, a good outcome that comes out for you, they don't see it like that. They don't see it like, oh great, I'm happy for my husband, happy for my boyfriend, he's going to get more money, he's going to help out the family, he's going to increase, success. No, they see it as a competition. They feel left out. They feel like, oh, I need to be a part of this, or better. It's just this unhealthy competition. So they'll do anything in their power to tear you down. But hey guys, women are supposed to be your peace, bro. They're supposed to be your peace, but look what they're doing. You got women out here saying a bunch of bullshit sophistry arguments, saying about, video games, they should be banned. Banned? Why? Why should they be banned? And listen to their sophistry reasons. Oh, well, see, men don't really learn from it. Oh, okay, bitch, what job do you work? What form of studying are you doing? Talking to all your orbiters, 20 men, selling them a story, selling them a dream. What, selling pussy? Is that the only aspirations and dreams you're working on? It's all bullshit. Oh, I don't feel these men need to work on their education. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You bitch, the only form of education you know is how to suck cock. That's the only education you know, is to sell pussy. Because you bitches are dumb as hell. I don't care what none of these niggas say. These, you see how they try to use gotchas by saying, oh, well, you see, women, they're the highest enrolled in university. Okay, yeah, they're the highest enrolled. Okay, but look at the turnover rate. All these women are dropping out of fucking university like flies. How come they never complete their course? And even if they do get their PhDs, Guess where they're working? At McDonald's, at fucking KFC, or they've opened up an OnlyFans, or they're selling pussy on the side. Because that's the reality, men. All these women are selling pussy because these women, they're so desperately, the reasons why they're voting for Kamala Harris is because they think that Kamala Harris will save these women. They think that Kamala Harris is the symbol. It's the symbol of sisterhood, that Kamala Harris is going to get these women out of binds, give them more privileges at the expense of the society. This is why women shouldn't vote, because all they do is vote with their feelings. Oh, I want abortion rights, my body, my choice, at the expense of a societal collapse. They don't care about anything else, nobody else's well-being but themselves. This proves my point. Women are selfish. They only think about themselves. They will put themselves over in any situation. The only time they want to come off morally superior is if it benefits them, so they can create a false image so that people subscribe to it. It is a nasty belief system, and these niggas always fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Every fucking time. It's evil. Trust me, if Kamala Harris gets into power, which I personally hope that doesn't happen. If it does, bro, America will never be the same. And guess what? All these niggas that supported her, they're all going to reap what they sow. But anyway, back to my fucking point. Women are not achievements. Men need to stop doing this. Men need to stop wasting their time trying to invest in women. Trust me, you waste time, you waste resources. Women are all about wasting time, because women are delusional. They don't have their priorities are upside down. Women think time stands still. Women think time doesn't change. Women think the game doesn't change. Everything stays the same. They're delusional. That's why you have women still dating in their 40s and 50s and crying and complaining about, well, the dating market's changed. The dating market's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, because you're only good for a pound tizzy tour. Women are the streets. That's all they are. That's the only thing that again, once they start losing their options, and trust me, because women still have options even when they get older, it's just they're stuck with options that they don't want. It's that simple. They begin to realize that they're only good for a good old fun time. Nobody will never take them seriously again. They are forever locked out the system. They're locked out the game. Kevin Samuels was trying to put these bitches on game. He was trying to speak some sense into these women, saying, look, if you continue this path, if you make bad choices, you're gonna lock yourself out the game. Nobody will take you seriously. You're only good for a pound tizzy tour. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, get your fucking shit together, and you continue to chase Glocktavius and have his kids, then you're gonna be stuck down, and you're gonna be a crab in the bucket forever. But of course, these bitches don't want to hear the truth. Keisha and her fucking mutated fucking weave, they don't want to hear the truth. But it's fine. Let them wallow away in their suffering. That's the only gift that they deserve. But that's the thing. That's the reality. And I'm sick and tired of these fucking incels, these gynocentric incels who contradict themselves every time, talking about meaningful relationships. Hello? Women have 30 dudes in their phone blowing them up. I showed you. Look, listen, I'll show you. Hang on. I'm going to show you a video now.
Bro, unlock the door.
What's your password?
Unlock the door.
I'm not unlocking shit. 02. What's your shit?
Give me my phone.
Tweaking
bro,
over her phone. She's doing way too much. I'm definitely going through this.
Give me my phone.
What's
Stop trying to open my phone. Give me my phone.
020.
Bro, stop.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Stop.
Watch out, bro.
Stop.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Stop. Please, stop. Stop. Babes.
Oh, you was trying to
Give
link,
me my
bro?
phone.
Oh,
Please.
that's where you was going last night? That's where you was going last
Give me
night?
my phone.
So
Give me my
but you
phone.
were saying you was going with your friend.
Oh my gosh, give me my phone. Please, I did
Yo,
go with my
I'm
friend.
so
Give me
glad
my
I'm
phone.
recording
Give me
this.
my phone.
You're done. You're done. This shit is done. Don't babe me no more. I'm leaving you right here too, and you're not getting your phone. You're not getting shit. Yo, stop hitting my fucking car. Fuck is wrong with this girl? Fuck is wrong with you?
Please give me my phone.
Oh,
Bro,
you sending him
my
nudes.
messages,
Oh, you sending him booty pictures. Oh my gosh.
phone.
I don't even know how to feel
Give
right
me my
now.
phone. Like, why are you doing all
I don't even know
this?
how to feel right now. What the
my
fuck?
gosh, are you trying to hurt me? Give me my phone.
So you fucked him? You
Give
fucked
me
him?
my phone.
You had sex with him?
Give me my phone.
Yo, answer my question.
Give
You
me
had
my
sex with
phone.
him?
Give me my phone, bro. Give me my phone.
Man, back the fuck up from my car before I crash out.
Oh my
Dead
God,
ass, bro.
Mom, give me my
Man,
phone.
watch out, bro. Watch out, bro. What the fuck is wrong with her, bro? This bitch wild. She ain't getting shit. That's why you don't trust bitches. These hoes be cheating. Yo, these hoes be cheating, bro. I swear to God, bro. Yo, stop hitting my fucking car.
Hello. What you doing?
What you doing?
Nothing. With my friend. Can you order me some food?
Yeah, what you want?
I think is Chick-fil-A still open? Oh, okay. Probably like Applebee's. Applebee's, yeah.
Applebee's? You there today?
No, that's why I'm asking you to send me some food.
What you want?
Hold on.
Just get whatever. I'm gonna eat whatever.
Can you do the 2 for $20? It's the loaded mashed potatoes, the chicken, and then the fajitas.
She just got that.
And two large lemonade. The fajitas and then the 2 for $20.
2 for 20?
Mm-hmm.
What you need 2 meals for?
Cause it's me and my friends. We hungry.
Okay, fine.
My friend, you don't know her.
I don't know.
Okay, so just send it. Don't be like that.
What you mean don't be like that? Let me see your friend.
Why do you wanna? Don't do that. You are not my dad.
Where you at, though?
I'm downtown.
You ain't tell me downtown.
Yeah. Why are you acting like that? Are you gonna send it or not?
Shit.
Look at the video, fam. Dude went through her phone. Boyfriend went through his girlfriend's phone. Found out she was trying to sneak up with dude. Sent him booty pics. But you want to talk about some gynocentric shit called love? Hello? Why are you being backwards? You know all these things about women, but your only weird conclusion, your only take from this is to dawn on your super simp fucking cloak, your super simp outfit, just to dive right back in for some more fucking cognitive dissonance, just for more punishment. That's why I don't feel sorry for you niggas, because you're so hell-bent on trying to be chosen. You want to be chosen so bad. These bitches will never see you as a number one. You're just, bro, at best you're just helpful. Why can't men just get this through their fucking heads? Why? Come on. Come on, men. Women will always have replacements. If you think it's been years since you've had a girlfriend, years of bullying, years of tyranny, and all of a sudden, now a woman's gonna shoot her shot at you. Come on, connect the dots. Now you're some hot shit. Now you're special. Like she ain't talking to other fucking dudes. She'll leave you just like that with a Thanos snap. Again, niggas need to drop the ego. Your egos is the reason why you are fucking depressed. This is why I have no sympathy for these simps crashing out over fucking fat, lazy, broken and broke bitches. Doing the most. It's not worth it. And this whole thing about virginity, fam, I think virginity is pointless. It's bullshit. It's not going to protect you from being cheated on. In fact, virginity, some of you men hate God, claim God's not real. So why are you niggas talking so big and bold about virginity? Why do you care about virginity so much? That's biblical stuff. Virginity is biblical. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this as well. A virgin woman, just let's say you get with a virgin woman, that's not a veil of protection. That's not it's not a membership. It doesn't guarantee you from being cheated on or her leaving you. Because like I said, it's all in their design. Women cheat. It's all in their design to look for something else. Come on, all these women you made fun of for being hoes, they were all once virgins. And this is a dark truth. I'm gonna show a screenshot. This is a 12-year-old girl who went to, because I'm gonna say this now, Pookies are predators. They're pedophiles. Thugs, gang members, they're all pedophiles. They're the ones. It's Pookies. It's the white Pookies, the Asian Pookies, the Paki Pookies. They're the ones that are taking these 12-year-old, 13-year-old girls on Pound Tizzy tours. It's the 12-year-old schoolgirls that's skipping class, skipping lessons to go meet up with a gang member so she can get taken on Pound Tizzy tour to get all the sausages. I can't show the footage because it's obviously inappropriate. It's her taking back shots, but I have the screenshot right here. That's the reality. Pookies are dirty, nasty, despicable creatures and criminals. They're the ones that are having sex with these underage girls. It's disgusting. And these girls want it. It's gross. But you got Mr. Clowny Poundy retarded nigger incel over here talking about something meaningful with women. So when it's time, when puberty kicks in for you, men, and all the blue pill brainwashing has come through your head, when you look at women now, you think to yourself, oh, she's so beautiful, she's so cute, and I'm gonna show her, I'm a good man, I'm a real man. And the dark truth is that bitch has already been through it all. Already been through it all. She's already had enough. Men need to realize this. When it comes to women, bro, women have done it all. They've fucked all ethnicities of men. They've been with abusive men. They've been with pookies. They've been with good guys. They've been through it all. That's why whenever you see women talk about, oh, I need to be stingy with my pussy. Oh, I need to get away from the fast life, because that's all women care about is fast money. All that bullshit, fam. Women just, again, it's now they've done it all. That's why they hate, game niggas. They hate roach-headed ass niggas. They hate niggas who try to spit game, because these women have been through it all. That's why these women block them. That's why they don't entertain it. All these women care about now, they've always cared about it in general, but they're doubled down on it. It's money. Women don't want to work. They're lazy. They want fast money. Once they get into that, once they experience getting a lump sum of money just for bouncing on some dude's dick, that's an addiction now. That's something that they will never give up, because as I said before, women are constantly selling pussy. It's come to that reality now. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the video. Live free. Protect yourselves at all costs. You come first. I'll see you on the next one.